was at in Chicago with Community Voices Heard, have you ever taken a tour of public housing so that you can see exactly what these individuals who are standing behind you are going through and facing through, so that way you can see it for yourself?
Let me just tell you. Of course, I've done it, but I was raised in St. Mary's houses, the projects in Mott Haven. So I don't need to take tours of it. I've lived it like you have lived it. I have walked up and down 20 flights of stairs. So I'm not only familiar with it, I've lived it, and we'll respond to it as leaders now.
But that's years ago that you lived it. Now it has decayed in so much because not much money has been coming by the state nor the city. 1998, the state, then the city in 2003. So it has demolished in a way that we're living with all that, and it's not the same, because I know where you came from. I lived there at one point in my life, but it's totally different to what you're stating to what it is now.
No, we absolutely recognize the need to do more for New York City housing and to preserve the existing stock of housing, but we also understand that we need to build new housing. And so we will do all of that. We can't do all of that in 1 month. But as our leadership takes form, it's being felt here today in City Hall. It's been felt for the last month and a half up in Albany. And with the federalization of these units, the federal government, as well as legislating, will bring more dollars, and they're doing so with this economic stimulus package. So I think it's coming together. You're here today, and I'm thankful for that. And it won't be the first time that we'll be making progress on affordable housing in this city and state. Sir?
Yes, Senator, on that, to piggyback on that, the Division of Housing and Community Renewal is in the process of signing off on amalgamated housing's
right.
$20 per room per month increase right now, despite the fact that they had this sham of a hearing on January 22nd.
Right.
I've written to both the DHCR and CC'd the Attorney General because of mismanagement in the office, that they always seem to balance their budgets. I have some literature on it too. We're going to be meeting in my neighborhood. To the citizenry is, whereas just a few citizens were up in arms, now it's angered very many citizens, because we live in a naturally occurring retirement community. There are many people on fixed income, and they simply can't afford it. There have been articles posted in the papers that said, now I have to decide upon, in a lovely neighborhood, now I have to decide on my medicine or food. I can't pay the rent and have either of the other two things.
I have met with the Commissioner of DHCR on amalgamated housing. We will have a public hearing of our own, a real public hearing right there in your community. And I also sit on the investigations committee. I have read your allegations, the community's allegations of misappropriation, and we will be taking a look at all of that. I think in the coming weeks you will hear more from us on a moratorium on rent increases, particularly on the Mitchell-Lama side. But today we're rejoicing knowing that the New York City Housing Authority is going to receive new funds from the federal government, and that we're also going to make sure that the federal legislation covers all of the 170,000 units of public housing, so that all of them could receive these needed funds, so that this young lady will one day soon not have to walk up and down 17 stories to get to a grocery store, a daycare center, a health center. And to all of you, thank you very much. I think together we are a mighty army for affordable housing in this state. Thank you very much. All right, I'll be there. We're gonna do that hearing.
Yeah, we could have more people than that. How many presidents we got? 300 and some presidents. We got 300 presidents. Oh, I thought you
How you doing?
okay.
Marcella, can you come
Hell,
here?
now you know.
Yes, you can. Before you know.